Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
Good morning, 9:05. It's a Monday morning right here in the heart of the 618. CJ Naselowitz, our daily show right here on RiverBender.com, Roku TV, and anywhere, everywhere you get your podcasts and shows. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out with us. We got a good show today, a little bit more of a laid-back one. We're going to be talking to Hainer Library here in about 10:35 for Beyond the Shelves. Luis Noyo will join us for a little bit in the meantime in the 9 o'clock hour as we do our St. Louis Sports Roundup. Talk to Cardinals playing a little bit better. We were out there on Saturday, and man, I'm telling you what, it was fun to watch some Cardinals baseball again. And then we'll be talking about St. Louis City's continuous fall from grace. There's some people in St. Louis starting to harp on these guys. I've been saying this for 2 months. The team it's time to reevaluate and maybe start packing the wagon up and just moving on down the road this year. All that comes down the pipeline in the next hour and 54 minutes. But in the meantime, if you want to text me, 618-759-7469. We'll take you to top of the hour news now at 9:06. Here's what you need to know. A new era has begun for My Just Desserts in Alton as it's reopened on June the 24th after being acquired by entrepreneur Marcus Boyd, located at 31 East Broadway. The beloved restaurant retains its original menu, hours, and staff. Boyd, who has various property investments in the area, aims to preserve the legacy established by the previous owners while also potentially expanding the building's use. Inspired by his children's aspirations in the culinary field, Boyd is committed to maintaining the restaurant's tradition and its quality. Exciting plans, including a grand opening and a special surprise, are in store for the region in the near future. We'll keep you updated as details roll out. Also in the news today, the Alton Fire Department responded to a structure fire on the 2700th block of Walnut Street just after 6 p.m. on Friday. Here's the latest. Firefighters encountered heavy smoke and quickly spreading flames upon arrival. The fire extended to the attic, causing the roof to collapse. And about 30 minutes into the incident, firefighters shifted to a defensive strategy and used a ladder truck to suppress the blaze. A box alarm was issued, summoning East Alton to assist. Seminary Street was closed due to house deployment. Fortunately, all house occupants escaped without injuries. The cause of the fire is still currently under investigation. Also, a 19-year-old has been charged with multiple offenses, including second-degree murder in a case that occurred in St. Louis on Friday, the 21st. The St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney's Office issued charges against Terry Thomas of St. Louis, Missouri, for the murder of Daryl Michaud, 36, of Jennings, Missouri. The incident took place on May the 6th when Thomas and accomplices stole a Kia Stinger and shot its owner. Cell phone records and post-Miranda interview linked Thomas to the crime. Police are still seeking additional information on other suspects. Thomas is being held on a $750,000 cash-only bond. A Bethalto man, Brian A. Bland, 25 years of age, is facing multiple felony charges after allegedly stabbing his roommate, resulting in a punctured lung. Here's the latest. Bland has been charged with 2 counts of aggravated battery, both Class 3 felonies. The incident occurred on June the 2nd when Bland allegedly attacked his roommate during an altercation. The victim was transported to SLU Hospital for life-saving treatment. Authorities stated that Bland did not express any fear for his life that would justify the use of deadly force. A detention order has been issued, keeping Bland in custody until his court appearance. Finally, in the news this morning, the Alton Midwest Nationals powerboat racing event was a spectacle to be had on the riverfront along with the MRF, and folks gathered throughout the weekend to see all of the amazing boat races and all of the sights and sounds of the festivities. Throughout the weekend, RiverBender.com posted some photos of the F1 powerboat races, and we'll have more recaps of the Mississippi River Festival throughout the next 2 hours and throughout the next couple of days as the riverfront came to life. We'll have more details on that throughout the next couple of weeks, but wanted to make sure that we did inform you that the Alton Midwest F1 National, the powerboat racing event, drew a significant crowd. So did the MRF, and we'll get all of those finalized details for you in a new article out in just a couple of hours. At 9:10, let's take a look at your weather forecast for today. It's already 82 degrees, and boy, it's going to be a warm one out there. Currently sitting at 90. Yikes. Today, mostly sunny and warm, and tonight, clear and hot. There you go. That's your forecast. Air quality is sitting at 51. That's moderate. Grass is low. Mold is non-existent today. Ragweed is low. Tree levels are low, and the UV index is extreme today, so make sure you're wearing some sunscreen. Let's give you the forecast for the next couple of days. Temperatures reach 95 degrees today, drop down to 75 overnight, but listen to Tuesday. On Tuesday, a high of at least 100 degrees, a low of 72. However, a 56% chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon could indicate some drop in temperature. And here's where it really starts. On Wednesday, we're getting out of the 90s a tiny bit here. A high of 87 degrees on Wednesday, a low of 64 degrees, a 77% chance of precipitation and some thunderstorms with that. And then we see a cool down Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, all under 80 degrees and lows in the mid-60s. So you like to see that. On Wednesday, a 77% chance again of those thunderstorms, a high of 88 degrees, a low of 64. On Thursday, no rain in the forecast, partly sunny skies, a high of 86, a low of 66 degrees. And then on Friday, a high of 87, a low of 73 degrees. That's how the next 5 days look. And for time and temperature throughout the day, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Tom Lane. He's your local State Farm agent. My apologies. We do have a heat advisory that has been issued that will last until 8 p.m. This was issued by the National Weather Service of St. Louis. Heat index values in excess of 105 degrees are expected today in portions of South Central and Southwest Illinois and Central, East Central, and Southeast Missouri from noon today until 8 p.m. this evening. Impacts include hot temperatures, high humidity that could cause some heat illness. If you're working outside, please be mindful of heat strokes. They're a real thing. So stay tuned to RiverBender.com/weather for all those weather alerts throughout the day to see when the heat starts to break. And that's a look at what's happening around the River Bend at 9:12. While I have you, and before I send you to Skycam, Scotty McCreery, August 9th, get your tickets. What are you waiting for? Come on, this is it. Damn straight. How many puns can I get in 30 seconds? We'll find out. You know, Scotty McCreery is a huge draw to really come in. I mean, you know, normally, I mean, the amphitheater for the last couple of years, I mean, the Steve Miller Band, Better Than Ezra, the Beach Boys. I mean, it goes on. Boys to Men, you name it. You know, Leonard Skinner, the Under the Sun tour when it first started with Uncle Kracker, Sugar Ray, all these big names, and now Scotty McCreery adding right into the mix. It's going to be a great show, and especially now with that brand new album out, and he's kicking ass, taking names, Cabin a Solo, you can say that you watched a groundbreaking show yet again this summer right here on the riverfront at the Alton Amphitheater. We love working with the Amphitheater Commission. Plus, on July the 3rd, the fireworks on the Mississippi, the Alton Food Truck Festival, August 24th. Alton Jazz and Wine Festival is August 31st, and the Expo, September the 5th through the 8th. You got to get all of the details by going to AltonRiverfrontAmphitheater.com or just go to MetroTix today. Get your Scotty McCreery tickets so you and I can be hanging out on August the 9th and, well, just having fun. Let's take a look at Skycam. We'll come back with Luis Noya right after this on Riverbender.
Can't even listen, 'cause I'll get to missing her, then the hurt gets worse. Damn straight. I used to love your songs, but now every time that one comes on,
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway safe rubber tire dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
But it's too late, baby, now it's too late. Though we really did try to make it. Something inside has died and I can't hide and I just can't fake it. Oh,
Welcome back, 918, little bit of change. Hey, just wanted to make sure you all knew about this if you haven't seen it yet. Luis Noya joins us soon. Is that the Illinois Department of Transportation did announce over the weekend that daytime closures, actually they announced this on Friday, would be encountered on the US 67 Clark Bridge over the river beginning today, June the 24th, weather permitting, of course. Now, all work is expected to be complete by Friday, June the 28th. These lane closures are necessary to allow for the completion of routine inspections scheduled for the bridge. Now, motorists can expect delays and should allow for extra time for trips through this area. Drivers are urged to pay close attention to flaggers and signs in the work zones, obey the posted speed limits, and be on alert for workers and their equipment. Public transportation and traveling during non-peak hours are recommended if possible. For IDOT District 8 updates, you can follow them on X at IDOT District 8 or view area construction details on IDOT's Traveler's Information Map on gettingaroundillinois.com. Do we got Luis yet? Oh, he's in trouble again. I'm telling you what. I do this. He does this to me every time. Hey, while I have you too, there was some developing news that I wanted to get you in the top of the 10 o'clock, but I think we'll hit it now as we're waiting for Luis. And this is some pretty serious news out of Pontoon Beach. A man from Madison has been charged with transporting a 15-year-old girl to perform commercial sex acts. He also admitted to doing drugs and having sex with the victim and has been indicted by a Madison County grand jury. Here's exactly what we know. Lizelle D. Wade, 33 of Madison, has been charged with the following counts: involuntary sexual servitude of a minor under 17, count 1, that's a Class X felony; unlawful possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, a Class 1 felony; count 3, unlawful possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, yet again a Class 1 felony; count 4, aggravated criminal sexual abuse; count 5, unlawful possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance; count 6, unlawful delivery of a controlled substance; count 7, contributing to criminal delinquency of a minor; involuntary servitude, count 8, that's a Class 4 felony; and count 9, endangering the life or health of a child. A petition filed to deny Wade's pretrial release states that on the 11th of June, the Pontoon Beach Police Department responded to a report of a juvenile female offering sex acts for money at a Flying J gas station after police found the minor in a bathroom stall, visibly intoxicated. She was identified as a missing juvenile from Arizona. Surveillance footage obtained by the officers showed the victim getting out of a red 2024 F-150, which was later tracked via license plate reader cameras to Wade's home in Madison, where he was taken into custody. The victim interviewed at the Madison County Child Advocacy Center, where she disclosed that she and Wade had sex in the truck and that he provided her with crack cocaine, which she said they used together in the truck. Wade admitted to having sex with the victim, providing her with crack cocaine, and using it with her in his truck. Wade's case was initially presented by the Pontoon Beach Police Department before being overseen by the Metropolitan Enforcement Group of Southwestern Illinois, a division of the Illinois State Police. During an interview with agents, Wade reportedly admitted to driving the victim to various locations so she could, quote, make money, later clarifying making money to mean offering sexual services for payment. He also told agents she was supposed to pay him some of the money. Wade was ordered remanded to jail to be held until his initial court appearance and remains in custody at the Madison County Jail. He was indicted by a grand jury on the 20th of June, just a few days ago. The issuance of charges is based solely upon probable cause and never an indication of guilt. We like to throw that disclaimer out there, but we'll keep you updated as more details are released in this very monstrous case. Let's see if Luis has joined us here. There he is. Oh, my goodness. I needed you here, Luis. How are we doing, man? Good Monday morning to you.
I'm better than the last story you just
Oh
read.
man, let's talk about St. Louis City. Number one, it's time to get rid of Parnell or figure something out. This is getting bad. I mean, this is real bad. I mean, I'm hearing now the talk shows in St. Louis starting to air the same grievances that I've been airing for months now. But this 3-0 loss was pretty rough.
The 3-0 loss against Colorado was rough on Wednesday, and then you got a tie on Saturday against Atlanta, and Atlanta's a depleted team.
Yeah.
Again, the team was favored. Las Vegas had the team favored for Saturday, and with good reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got an Atlanta team that's depleted, just trying to survive. You get the actual lead in the game, but then out of their own doing, not Atlanta's doing, out of their own doing, because Atlanta in the second half just wanted to tie the game or just play for the tie and whatever at the 0-0 tie.
Right.
You score a goal, 1-0 lead, and then 10 minutes later, a penalty is called out. Some people might debate it's a phantom penalty call, whatever, and that's what it looks like. But the team is getting those situations that they're relying on the officials to be perfect, and officials are not perfect. Officials, when they're great, they're 98, 97% good in each game. So there's still 3% that they just screw up.
Well, and I've always been, it's very rare where an official really dictates the game. I mean, it's truly rare. Like the Gallo, I always forget the guy's last name in Detroit with the perfect game, but Jim Joyce ruined it.
Joyce.
It's very rare you get a case like that to where an umpire or official truly changes the outcome of a game with a call. But like you said, you can't just keep playing and hoping for the best in some of these decisions. If you go out and do what you need to do, that's really kind of second wind, and no one thinks of it twice if you're winning the game and you're feeling comfortable with where you're at and your performance. You know what I'm saying? But what did they do? I mean, that's the big question mark now is, I mean, we're going into month 3 of not a win in sight.
Yeah, and here's the thing. That's why I asked, right? Because the season is 5 months old right now. It's like, what's in the near future, right? Again, and whenever I ask Cardinal about that, and also Berkey, it's like, oh, we got the transfers coming in, we got players getting healthy. It's like, okay, but this team, if they don't win in their next game, they'll go winless in the month of June. And their last win was in the middle of May, so they only had one win in May.
Yeah.
Okay, this team has 3 wins. A lot of ties, 3 wins, and then losses. This team is on the verge, again, the Western Conference standings. They're still, again, a scenario that if they can get in a run, they can sneak into the playoffs. But here's the other thing. They haven't done that run.
No.
It's 5 months in. If, again, like, this is my favorite phrase. If it smells like it, it tastes like it. If it looks like it, this is not a good team.
Well, you're right. And the thing is, it's just time to acknowledge it and at least just address the elephant in the room. And I think a lot of it was just the honeymoon phase. You know, you got the rose-colored glasses on, and that's great. We want to support them. But it's also to a point where it's like, we got to start seeing some actual results here, because now it's just becoming laughable. I mean, the Colorado loss was bad. That was one where, I mean, honestly, if I was in charge, you would have seen Parnell gone that night. I mean, that's how embarrassed I was for the team. It would have just been, let's just reset and let them know that you're all on the chopping block, because this is bad. I mean, I hate to sound so negative about this, but when you're watching this, and I saw that how the season started, where it was just, you know, at first it started off hot, and then, or not hot, but hot enough to where there was some positive things to look for. And now it's like, you know, where we lost the aggression. We tried to play this ticky-tacky soccer that didn't work for us. And then we got to a point where we don't even know what our identity is. I mean, we just are out there trying for the best, and that's kind of scary every week.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, with the Carnell stuff, it's like, and the whole team stuff, like the season that here, and that's the disappointing thing too, and I think truthful here too. Whatever's happening this season, we expected that all this last season. In the first season, like, okay, they're gonna just try, maybe win a couple games, maybe upset here and whatever. But obviously, last season they just blew the roof off with the expectations and whatever. And now this season it's like a very come back to reality, saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
still a young, not team, but a young franchise, still learning how to do this, right?" So
When the
again,
sophomore year is always harder.
it's always harder. Again, and if you want success like an Atlanta had, like a LAFC had, they still had a few years to figure it out.
Right.
Like the whole notion, oh, because they were first in the Western Conference last year, went to the playoffs and got knocked out by Kansas City, and oh, this year we expect a lot. It's like great that you expect a lot, but is it real? Is it real to expect this a lot? Because if just kick it back to baseball, it's like whoever tells me in the Oakland A's organization we're just here to win World Series, it's like
Right.
well, yeah, I got $1 million in my bank account too.
You know, and I get that point, and it totally makes sense. And that's why I think no one's really raising their hands and saying, "Let's start seeing something happen." But it's one of those things where my thought is, and my fear is, you had something special, or they have something special. I mean, they sold out the stadium for a year and a half now. It's full. I mean, from what I see, it looks full. Season tickets, I even heard McGraw's story, can't even go to the damn games enough times, so they tell him not to come back with season tickets. You know, that stuff's fine. But hear me out here. You're going to lose that pretty quick, because as quickly as it came together, it can quickly fall apart too. And that's something that, I mean, even though the Cardinals, they've been around forever, one bad year, and we saw what that stadium looked like at the end of August. It's no different than what's going to happen to St. Louis City if this continues for another season.
Here's the thing, and I don't know, I can, because again, the Cardinals' capacity is as full fire code and whatever, but 48,000
Right.
people.
Right.
Again, let's do a comp here, right? Let's just do a good comp, and you got a team right next door, the Blues. Enterprise Center holds almost 19,000 people for the Blues game.
Mm-hmm.
When a team is not doing great, that way we just saw for the past 2 seasons and maybe next season, that joint is 75% full for bad teams, if not sold out, if the team's playing decent hockey.
Mm-hmm.
Not great hockey, decent hockey when the other team is bad. I think people will still go to those games. Again, yesterday, you got 10,000 people going to a City SC2 game.
Yeah, but my point is, though, eventually they might still go, but you're losing the atmosphere, because if you start becoming known as the doormats of any league.
Oh no! If it's a doormat, yes, it's the doormat scenario. I don't know if this team will go to doormat scenario, because again, remember, it's their second year of existence playing in the MLS. This is not the 100 whatever years the Cardinals have. Again, this is not the Blues. It started they have 50 something years now as existence. Like, you will go if the team's doing the right things during the season, during the transfer market, and the team's doing the right things during the off season to create buzz, people will get tickets. Again, if the team just, and organizational wise, treats it like the Rams at the end,
Yeah.
then I can see, there's gonna be no shows.
Yeah, it's
Again.
What happens though in a year?
Say that again.
What happened in the year though? I mean, that's what I think the big disconnect for me is, it's because you didn't see that many changes. I mean, I just don't know what the hell happened. The league didn't get 10 times better is my concern here. So I'm starting to, I hate to be the guy.
The league didn't get 10 times better, but the team didn't get better.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the staff has got to take some responsibility here, because this.
Well, here's the thing here, and this is just a theory. This is just me
for sure
piecing stuff together. So remember, John Hackworth was in the bench last year, right? And he was like the organized, again, an assistant coach. Now he's in the front office. And now this is all Bradley Cornell's people.
Yep, that makes sense. Yeah.
And I don't know. Again, it's just me saying
no, for sure.
stuff out loud.
Yeah.
But again, maybe that has a real role because, as we all know, coaching soccer means a lot.
Well, and it's one that's very easily and very quickly changeable too. I
I know,
mean,
yes, I agree. And again, maybe the honeymoon period is over, but again, um, remember they just extended Bradley Carnell for 2 more years,
yeah,
and a soccer team is not built like a Cardinal team that if the Cardinals need to make a move even while extending Ali Marmol in spring training, they will make the move.
right. Right. You're right about that. It's just, I'm looking. I mean, how can you have 16 shots and then 4 of them are on target? Anyway, going to the Cardinals, though, this was their 1-1 tie against Atlanta. Going to the Cardinals, they're playing well. I mean, honestly, I went to the game Saturday. You did well on the soundboard, by the way. I was there.
Oh, thank you.
But, man, this is a different team than I was watching at home last year. I mean, this was actually fun to watch. This wasn't a bunch of whiners and prima donnas on the field for once. This is getting somewhere.
They got rid of all those people, TJ. I've been telling you this since last July when they traded, you know who to
Jack Flaherty.
to the Orioles.
I'll say it. Jack Flaherty. Glad he's gone.
They got rid of them.
Yeah.
They got rid of the fat, and now look at again. Even when they were struggling in April, in May, right? The vibe wasn't like oh we're it was like hey we're gonna figure it out, and it was like it was a real figure out, right? It was like we know we're better than this. We know that we're better than this. Like Kyle Gibson was trying after every win. It's like just go, baby, like that. It's like this is it, right? And then you got Sonny Gray. And that performance yesterday from Sonny Gray was awesome.
It was.
That's the picture you got, and that's your ace. That's your game one right now. Get me a win to clinch or win a division right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get me to the other series. And again, Burleson. I didn't expect this from Burleson this year. He is just hitting the ball, and then obviously, and here's his baseball IQ going again because Burley, again, not the fastest runner, but he's a smart runner. I always say this about Yadier Molina. His baseball IQ is great. He's not the fastest runner, but he's a smart runner.
Yeah.
So he realizes that the catcher for the San Francisco Giants doesn't have a good arm. So he proceeds to steal 2 bases. And then the teams, wait, oh, we're going to steal a lot of bases today too. Again, because they take advantage of the weaknesses of their team. And when the Cardinals are doing that, that is Cardinals baseball at its best. And for other teams, that is Cardinals baseball at its worst because it's just frustrating. It's that they're, again, doing it with home runs, base stealing, pitching, and defense.
Absolutely. But can I say one criticism? Why the hell do we need to have 85 first pitches? Okay? I go out there, said that has to be the most first pitches I've ever seen in my life. You know,
CJ, and I get it, But here's if somebody offers you, okay, we're gonna pay you, let's say, $1,000 for a live, right? And then you got 15 lives to read. Are you gonna say, "Oh no, I only need 3 lives per show"?
I get it. I just thought, after the second and third one, I was
clear.
I'm telling you what, I'll talk to you later today, but I needed that today. I'm watching this game and I'm going, you have got to be kidding me. Let's get going here after the third one. And then there was one of the weakest first pitches on Saturday I've ever seen in my life. Just weak. The thing dribbled up there, and I thought we waited for this. It's 95 degrees.
You're talking to the guy that, again, whenever very inside baseball right now because it's just, again, like you said, I was running the audio for Push Stadium. We go, okay, let's just mics out. Again, the field mics or whatever, they're not working. They're not working. So we like, okay, where's the wireless mic? And camera 4 as well. It was good. Camera 4's wireless mic. So it's like John, you say, hey, hello, everybody, welcome back to Busch Stadium, right? So again, so you're talking to the guy that said, okay, we're ready now. Let's go.
Hey, how'd the guys like Rickwood? Do you get a chance to talk to any of them when they got back into town?
They everybody from top to bottom, they loved it. They enjoy it, and they enjoyed the significance of that game.
Especially with Willie Mays dying, 2 days before?
2 days before again, and Willie Mays was there were talks earlier in the season that they were, hey, we're trying to get him here for that game,
Mm-hmm.
right? And obviously he died on that Tuesday. They were
Yeah.
playing like there were players like Dexter Fowler, again, former Cardinal player, that was there for to be like an ambassador for MLB, and he was at the stadium whenever word got out, and he told I think Jeff Jones from the Belleville paper, the Democrat, what no, not the, but Jeff Jones from the cover team for the Cardinals.
Uh-huh.
He said that he got chills. Again, he still has goosebumps to this day, just talking because it's just old school filter out. Because again, everybody's played. They were like playing a celebrity softball game at that moment too.
Oh goodness. Well, and that's
And one of the teams, and here's the thing: one of the teams that the teams that were playing had the name as the Stay Hayes.
oh, I'll be damned. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it was just watching the weekend. I mean, it was fun watching the Cardinals actually play this weekend for the first time for me in a while, and just hopefully it keeps going. I mean, right now our boy Hudson down here from Alton is just kicking ass and taking names with them in Milwaukee, and gonna be if he's not an all-star, Luis, I don't know who else would be. I mean, have you seen this stats? First and second in almost every category among relievers. Just insane.
He's gonna be an all-star. Or either he's gonna get voted in, hopefully he gets voted in, or some reliever will get injured or whatever. And it's, oh yeah, we'll pick him from Milwaukee.
Needs to be that way. But going forward, what are you seeing this week? What are you out doing?
Again, Atlanta series, again, the Atlanta Braves. This is a big series because, again, the Cardinals are second in the wild card.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta is first in the wild card. Atlanta's 5.5 games up in the Cardinals. So if the Cardinals can do their thing, they can close that gap. They can close the gap with the Brewers too. So 3 games with Atlanta, and then a 4-game weekend set for the Cardinals to close out the homestand, and then City plays on Wednesday night. Wednesday night, and they go up to the border against the Canadian teams, and they really need to, they really need to get a win, because just for morale, just for everything, but also just not to go winless in the month of June. So there's that. Again, hockey news. Again, we just got the preseason schedule for hockey. So, again, Game 7 is tonight, the Stanley Cup Finals, Edmonton, Florida.
I'm picking Edmonton. I am picking
Edmonton, too, because they got the momentum.
Thank you.
Big time momentum.
Thank you. And it needs to, I will quote the River Dragons voice, Scott Montesano, it needs to go back to Canada. Okay? You know, I just believe that the Cup needs to go back to Canada this time
It's
around.
what, been 30 years plus that the Cup hasn't gone back to Canada?
And come on, is Miami a hockey town? He made a great argument on Sunday. I couldn't even, that's why I'm giving him credit for it today.
Well, here's the thing. It's technically not Miami. So Miami's not a hockey town. It's Sunrise, Florida.
Yeah, same, you know.
That's not Miami-Dade County.
That's true, but it's still close enough.
It is close enough. Again, here's the thing. If you go to the stadium, go to the roof, you can see the beach.
That's true. Hey, so I'm picking Edmonton too. But anyway, any other things you're working on?
Yeah, no. Again, just chugging along with you and all my partners. Again, it's a busy time, but in 2 weeks I'm gonna be back home in Puerto Rico for 4th of July week.
That's right, and I'll be working on the 3rd and 4th, both days. See you then.
I did that last year too. So.
Well, the good thing is, Luis, you and I know how this works. We'll find our own 4th of July afternoon holiday. You know, that's what I do. And then in the next 2 weeks.
Here's the thing. You can celebrate the 4th of July and the 6th. or the 5th after that Friday's show.
That's very true. Luis, we'll talk again soon. Always appreciate your time.
Thank you, CJ.
9:42, we'll take a quick break. Daily Show on a Monday hits you right after this.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Welcome back, 9:47. Little bit of change on this Monday morning. Here's a look at what happened on this date in history. The year's 1997, and on this date, the U.S. Air Force officials released a 231-page report dismissing long-standing claims of an alien spacecraft crash at Roswell, New Mexico, exactly 50 years earlier. Public interest in UFOs began to flourish, and 1940, when developments in space travel and the dawn of the atomic age caused many Americans to turn their attention to the skies. And the town of Roswell, located near Pecos River in southeastern New Mexico, became a magnet for UFO believers to strange events of early July 1947, when ranch foreman W.W. Brazel found a strange, shiny material scattered over some of his land. He turned the material over to the sheriff, who passed it on to authorities at the nearby Air Force Base. On July the 8th, Air Force officials announced they had recovered wreckage of a flying disc, and a local newspaper put the story on its front page, launching Roswell into the spotlight of the public's UFO fascination. The Air Force soon took back their story, however, saying the debris had merely been a downed weather balloon. Aside from die-hard UFO believers or ufologists, that's interesting, public interest in the so-called Roswell incident faded until the late 1970s, when claims surfaced the military had invented the weather balloon story as a cover-up. Believers in this theory argued that officials had in fact retrieved several alien bodies from that crashed spacecraft, which are now stored in the mysterious Area 51 installation in Nevada. Seeking to dispel these suspicions, the Air Force issued a 1,000-page report in 1994 stating the crashed object was actually a high-altitude weather balloon launched from a nearby missile test site as part of a classified experiment aimed at monitoring the atmosphere in order to detect nuclear tests from the Soviets. That happened on this date, and, well, you know, we're still talking about it today. On this date in 1803, New Hampshire patriot Matthew Thornton dies. One of New Hampshire's delegates to the Second Continental Congress dies at the age of 89. Wow, that's a pretty long life during the American Revolution, while he was visiting his daughter in Newburyport, Massachusetts. In 1966, on this date in history, the United States Senate votes 76-0 for the passage of what would become the National Traffic and Motor Vehicle Safety Act. That happened on this date in 1966. On this date in 1862, President Lincoln met with retired General Winfield Scott, a hero of the Mexican War and commander of all Union forces at the outbreak of the Civil War. That happened on this date in history. On this date in 1948, one of the most dramatic standoffs in the history of the Cold War began as the Soviet Union blocks all roads and rail traffic to and from West Berlin. Let's see. Oh, one final one for you. Here you go. On this date in 1901, the first major exhibition of Pablo Picasso's artwork opens at a gallery in Paris, a street known for its prestigious art galleries. Rue Lafayette, I believe is how you say it, but don't want to speak too soon. And let's see, one final one for you. I think that'll be it. Yeah, that'll be it. One final one for you. In colonial New England, King Philip's War began on this date in 1675 when a band of Wampanoag warriors raid the border settlement of Swansea, Massachusetts, and massacre the English colonists there. That started King Philip's War in 1675. On this date in music, in 2016, a U.S. jury concluded that Led Zeppelin did not copy the opening chords of Stairway to Heaven from the U.S. band Spirit, saying the riff Led Zeppelin was accused of taking from Spirit's 1967 song Taurus was not intrinsically similar. Intrinsically similar. That sounds okay. To Stairway's opening. During the trial, defense lawyers argued the chord progression in question was very common and had been used for over 300 years. On this date in 2014, a working draft of Like a Rolling Stone set a record at auction after selling for $2 million at Sotheby's. The manuscripts, said to be the only known draft of the final lyrics, was written in pencil in 1965 by a 24-year-old Bob Dylan. On this date in 2012, the crypt in which Elvis was first buried was withdrawn from a Los Angeles auction after protest it should be kept as a shrine. More than 10,000 fans signed a petition against the sale of a tomb at Forest Hill Cemetery in Memphis. Julian's auction said it would not sell the crypt until the cemetery finds a plan that best suits the interests of fans while respecting and preserving the memory of Elvis, who is, of course, buried at Graceland. In 2012, Billboard.com named Olivia Newton-John's 1982 hit Physical as the sexiest song of all time. Other rock songs that have been made the top 10 were Tonight's the Night by Rod Stewart, Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On, Donna Summer's Hot Stuff, and Do You Think I'm Sexy, another Rod Stewart contribution. Well, let's see. Anything else for us today? Yeah, why not? On this date, in 1999, Eric Clapton put 100 of his guitars for auction at Christie's in New York to raise money for his drug rehab clinic, the Crossroads Center in Antigua. His 1956 Fender Stratocaster named Brownie was used to record the electric version of Lila, sold for a record $497,000. The auction helped raise $5 million for the charity. On this date in 1989, Paul McCartney scored his 7th UK #1 solo album with Flowers in the Dirt, featuring the single My Brave Face. That happened on this date in 1989. In 1977, the Jacksons were at #1 on the UK singles chart with Show You the Way to Go. The Jacksons were 4 members of the Jackson 5, including Michael. And let's see. Any more for you? Led Zeppelin recorded A Whole Lot of Love, What Is and What Never Should Be, Traveling Riverside Blues, and Communication Breakdown for BBC Radio 1 at the Maida Vale Studios in London. The session was broadcast on the 29th of June, 1969. And that'll do it. Born on this date in history, English musician Kurt Smith from Tears for Fears scored of course, the song of the 80s as far as I'm concerned. Everybody Wants to Rule the World, plus 12 other UK top 40 singles. Happy birthday. Mick Fleetwood, co-founder of the rock band Fleetwood Mac, born on this date. In 1968, had the #1 hit Albatross and the hits Man of the World, Oh Well. In 1977, they scored the U.S. #1 single Dreams, taken from their worldwide #1 album, one of the best albums ever, Rumors, which spent 31 weeks on the U.S. charts. And there you go. Oh, Jeff Beck, how about this? Guitarist Jeff Beck, born on this date in history. Beck is, of course, just a legendary musician, and just a plethora of notes to add on to it. Beck did die on the 10th of January of last year from a bacterial meningitis infection at a hospital near River Hall, England, and he was 78 years old. That's a look at what happened on this date in history, and while I have you, let me fill you in on Grid Solar. You know, I'm really excited to have these guys a part of the team, and it's, time to discover the benefits of solar energy with Grid Solar LLC. Solar power is reliable and a sustainable way to reduce your energy costs and promote environmental responsibility. And at Grid Solar, they are dedicated to providing the best solar solutions in the St. Louis area. Their custom solar designs are tailored to meet your unique energy needs and your financial goals. Experience the difference that solar energy can make for you or your home or even your business. You can visit GridSolarLLC.com to request your free solar design and take that first step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. Trust Grid Solar LLC for all your solar needs, where innovation meets savings. That's GridSolarLLC.com, and don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way. Top of the hour news hits you in the face next.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. .02, welcome back. Here's what's happening around the River Bend. Make sure you sign up for that daily email update and be alert for our RiverBender.com breaking news alerts. At 10:02, here's what is happening around the River Bend on this Monday morning. A man from Olive Hill, Kentucky, Mark Buckler, 53 years of age, has been charged with 4 counts of forgery after allegedly attempting to pass counterfeit checks at multiple bank locations across Missouri. The St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney's Office issued the charges on the 20th of June. Buckler, accused of presenting a counterfeit check on June the 14th at the Afton Commerce Bank, where he was reported but managed to escape before police arrived. He was later caught at the Breckenridge Hills Commerce Bank. Investigations revealed Buckler had previously succeeded in passing counterfeit checks at the Commerce Banks on May 31st. Buckler confessed to receiving fake checks and IDs via FedEx, keeping 20% of the money and returning the rest to a contact. He is currently held on a $50,000 bond. The St. Louis County Police Department's Bureau of Crimes Against Property detectives are leading the investigation. The Illinois Department of Transportation has announced that the Norfolk Southern Railroad to a crossing line on Illinois 159 between West J Street and North Douglas Avenue in Swansea will commence today, June the 24th. This will necessitate a full road closure, which is expected to last until 9 p.m. on Thursday. A posted detour will guide motorists around this closure, and drivers should anticipate delays, allow for extra travel time, and pay close attention to work zones and speed limits. For updates, follow I.District 8 on X or check gettingaroundillinois.com. John Jack Quigley was honored was honored for his visionary leadership that led to the creation of the Unified Command Post in Madison County. On June the 18th, the Quigley family received a certificate of appreciation from Public Safety Committee Chair Terry Eaker. Additionally, the Madison County Emergency Management Team presented a plaque to honor Jack's service as the past Emergency Management Agency Director. Jack's son, Tim Quigley, East Alton Fire Chief, expressed his gratitude, highlighting his father's foresight in advancing emergency management. Jack's career spanned roles as firefighter, EMA director, EMT instructor, leaving that enduring legacy. And congratulations to the Quigley family for such an honor for John's great service. At 10:04, a few more things around the Riverbend we need to take a quick check at. And make sure you sign up for those daily email updates. And one final one for you is right here at the Alton Amphitheater. 3 Purple Coat Productions will host Honeysuckle Summer Nights at 7 p.m. on August the 3rd, and Leah Becote, the woman behind the company, explained that she's excited to premiere her show at the amphitheater and spread love throughout the community. Becote explained that Honeysuckle Summer Nights is a show with several acts and an overarching motive that provides a thought line in the show. The idea came to her in 2022 when she was working on a project called Honeysuckle Love. The project interviewed different couples for Black History Month and shared their love stories. She decided she wanted to expand the project. Honeysuckle Summer Nights was born following that. There will be performances by Jada Moore, the Jared Hennings Band, Michelle Ross, C. Brody, Dave and Tanya Goodrich, Aaron Joe, and 3 Purple Coats Youth Troop. The Retro Boogie Band will also play throughout the night. Becote founded 3 Purple Coats in 2013, and they performed their first show in the Mexico neighborhood in Alton later that year. She was overwhelmed by the positive feedback, and over the years, she's continued to write and produce shows through 3 Purple Coats. She hopes to see many people at the Honeysuckle Summer Nights on August the 3rd. The theater company is also looking for sponsors. For more information about Honeysuckle Summer Nights, on how to get tickets or how to become a sponsor, you can call 618-670-2395. That's a look at what's happening around the River Bend this morning. Let's take a look at your weather. Right now, there is a heat advisory that is in effect by the National Weather Service of St. Louis, where heat index values excess of 105 degrees are expected. Portions of South Central, Southwest Illinois, and Central, East Central, and Southeast Missouri from noon today until 8 p.m. to Tuesday. So we're going to have this for a full 24 hours. Impacts are the hot temperatures and the high humidity that could lead to heat illness or even heat stroke. Please, 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 if you don't have to be outside, don't do it. Heat stroke is not something to fool with. Temperatures reach 96 degrees today, drop down to 76 overnight. On Tuesday, a high of 101 degrees, a low of 74 with a 55% chance of thunderstorms. On Wednesday, a high of 86 degrees, a low of 65. That's where that's where we are really expecting some rain to hit, with 75% chance of thunderstorms on Wednesday. On Thursday, a high of 86 degrees, a low of 68. And on Friday, the 28th of June, we're almost out of the month already, a high of 91, a low of 75 degrees. You can stay up to date in real time all the time at RiverBender.com/weather or by calling this number, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back. Rehab, recover, and return home. Hey, real quick, head on over to Village Dispensary, where quality cannabis and friendly faces await. They've got something for everyone, from vapes and flowers to topicals, tinctures, edibles, concentrates, and accessories. I'm telling you what, you'll feel like you're in a weedtopia. You're going to see an inventory that is bigger than Cheech and Chong's stash, and we're talking all things 420. The friendly staff will have you in and out faster than you can say up and smoke, or if you need some extended time, they'll take you off to the side, give you a consultation, and educate you on all the things that you'd want to know. Locally owned, union built, and community focused, Village Dispensary believes in quality and good times. Check out villagedispo.com to book your order and see their fantastic selection. And when you visit, don't forget to tell them that CJ sent you over their way. That's Village Dispensary or Village Dispo, VillageDispo.com. We'll take a quick break, but we'll come back with more of our daily show. Here's Skycam.
Won't you show me that you really care? Everybody got somebody to lean on. Put your body next to mine.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Dream Home Realty Center. Hey, Sherry. Talk to me, Dream Team. Without Joey.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Welcome back. 10-12. Don't know if you saw this, but Governor J.B. Pritzker did announce on June 23rd that the U.S. Small Business Administration has approved a disaster declaration for the severe flooding that impacted the city of Litchfield on May the 24th. The disaster declaration will allow residents, condo owners, and businesses to apply for low-interest loans for damages not covered by their insurance. SBA staff will be at the fire station, too, at 1 Skyview Drive in Litchfield today, and they will be there to help residents with their applications. The Disaster Loan Outreach Center will be open weekdays from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. and on Saturdays for 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. if you know someone that you'd like to pass the word to. The deadline for applying for a loan for physical damage is set for August the 16th. The deadline for economic injury loan applications are March the 17th, but in-person centers close permanently at 6 p.m. on Monday, July the 8th. Our hearts are with the flood survivors from the city of Litchfield and Montgomery County, said Governor Pritzker. He continued, my administration is in partnership with federal and local partners, has mobilized numerous resources to help survivors heal and rebuild their community. Thanks to these efforts, affected families and businesses will now have access to low-interest loans for damages not covered by their insurance. Homeowners can apply for up to $500,000 in low-interest loans to repair or replace damaged or destroyed real estate. Homeowners or renters can apply for up to $100,000 in repair or replace damaged or destroyed personal property. Businesses and nonprofits can borrow up to $2 million for physical damages. Details on loans are available at disasterloanassistance.sba.gov. The declaration covers Montgomery County and the contiguous counties of Bond, Christian, Fayette, Macoupin, Madison, Sangamon, and Shelby. Illinois Emergency Management Office and Agency of the Homeland Security is available at ready.illinois.gov. Wanted to make sure that you guys knew about that as a little bit of a follow-up. Out of Milwaukee, you know, I had to share this story with you. I haven't done the All-Star Award yet today, but it's pretty amazing. Let me fill you in on this. So, Friday morning, the National Bobblehead Hall of Fame and Museum unveiled the first cicada bobblehead. Due to the unusual overlap of the two broods of cicadas, trillions of the insects were expected and did emerge in the United States. And now they're ready to launch the first ever cicada bobblehead. I want to know what this thing looks like. Let's see if we can find it together. Have a little bit of fun on a Friday morning. I don't know. This doesn't look too accurate. I don't know about this one. Hold on here. Can we... Oh, okay, hold on. Let me pull this up for you. Let me pull this up. This is the first bobblehead of a cicada. And I just want to know your thoughts here. I have not seen this before. This is the first time. I promise this is a real product. I promise this is a real product. This is what's online for sale. You can pre-order it right now at the bobbleheadhall.com. I would I don't know. I would be assuming that it doesn't look that I don't know. It doesn't look that photoshopped would be my thought whenever you purchase it. But yeah. Oh man. We should have checked the picture before we ran this. So here's why. Okay. The bobbleheads are just now coming out. Okay, that was just a rendering. That was just to give you kind of the idea. This show is falling apart. The National Bobblehead Museum's online store is expected to ship these in November. So that's why they still look pretty new. Okay? Just help me here. The periodical cicada spent most of its life underground, emerging after 13 or 17 years to transform, reproduce, and ultimately die over the span of just a few days. And there you go. So the quote from the Bobblehead Hall of Fame, "We're excited to create this bobblehead celebrating the triumphant return of the cicadas," says Phil Schuyler. "The sounds of summer have taken on a new meaning in 2024. The bobblehead is a must-have for cicada lovers everywhere." The National Bobblehead Museum and Hall of Fame is located at 170 South First Street in Milwaukee. Open to the public on the 1st of February in 2009. The Hall of Fame and Museum offers high-quality, customized bobbleheads for retail sale as well as organizations, individuals, and teams across the country. But let's just forget we saw that first picture of it. I'm sure they'll look better. At 10:17, before we take a quick break, are you looking for a fresh start on the road to recovery? A life free from addiction's possible, and it starts at Centerstone. Centerstone's a national leader in mental health and substance use disorder treatment for people of all ages, and with the commitment to delivering care that truly changes people's lives, Centerstone's dedicated clinicians use evidence-based practices in their treatment programs, meaning the recovery care plan is developed for you, and it's based on the latest science. You know, there's so many unknowns on this road to recovery, but one thing you can know for sure is that Centerstone will be that constant guiding force for you on your recovery journey. Addiction can happen to anybody. Life happens. You know, we've all know of somebody at this point in time. But the good thing is so can recovery. Recovery can happen at any time. So if you know of someone struggling, just know there's resources and information out there. So if they're ready to make the change and take on the journey, Centerstone's ready to help and ready to be that constant guiding force for them and for you on your recovery journey. You can visit recoverwithus.org for more information. That's recoverwithus.org, or hang out with Centerstone on the first and last Wednesday of each and every month as we tackle this very important topic.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Riverbender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
We have a winner. Here we go. A longtime runner-up is finally champion in California's World's Ugliest Dog Contest, and they finally got the crown. Here we go. Here we go. On Friday. On Friday, 4th time was the charm for Wild Thing, an 8-year-old Peganese from North Bend, Oregon, who previously placed second in the annual competitions 3 times before. So Wild Thing is a survivor of distemper, a viral disease that infects animals' respiratory system and suppresses the immune system. He survived, but not without permanent change. His teeth did not grow in, causing his tongue to stay out, and his front right leg paddles 24/7. Noting that apart from his health issues, he is happy and glugly, which is glamorous and ugly. He and his owner, Ann Lewis, walked away with $5,000 in cash. Man, it does pay to be ugly. Congratulations to the ugliest dog in the world. Why couldn't it have been mine? That would have paid for my deck. All right, moving on. This stuff always just irritates me. So why can't I be this person? I'm not trying to ask for much in life, but hear me out here. A vase purchased for $3.99 at a Maryland thrift store turned out to be a 2,000-year-old Mayan artifact. And it's not me claiming home top prize. Anna Lee Dozier of Washington said she was shopping at the 2A thrift store in Clinton when her attention was grabbed by an unusual vase. Dozier said she was visiting Mexico on a work trip earlier this year when she noticed some items on display at the Museum of Anthropology bore a startling resemblance to the vase she purchased for $3.99. She spoke with the museum official who recommends she contact the Mexican embassy when she returned home. Dozier shared photos and dimensions of the vase with the embassy, and the item was identified as a Mayan artifact dating from AD 200 to 800, and, well, wow. Dozier and her family returned the vase, look at this, to the Mexican ambassador Esteban Barragan in a ceremony held at the Cultural Institute in Mexico. Officials said the vase will eventually have a new home at a Mexican museum. Listen to this. Another thrift store vase was purchased for $4 at a Goodwill store in Virginia and auctioned for $107,000. Man, one day it'll be me. Just kidding. Hey, one final one for you. So this is kind of scary, and it's not really an all-star award, but I didn't know where it fit in the show, so just hear me out on this. This is from the AP out of Beijing. A military history buff in China appears to have made an alarming discovery after picking up 4 discarded books for less than $1 at a neighborhood recycling station, but it turns out the documents were actually confidential military secrets. The country's Ministry of State Security told the story in a social media post on Thursday that praised the retired man for calling a hotline to report the incident. It identified him only by his family name, Zhang, and did not say what the documents were truly about. Mr. Zhang thought to himself that he had bought the country's military secrets and brought them home. But if someone with ulterior motives were to buy them, the consequences would be unimaginable, is what they put out on their social media in this statement. The post, which was reposted on 2 popular Chinese news websites, was the latest in a series by the powerful state security agency that appears to be trying to draw in new audiences with these dramatic stories, and some of them are actually being told in a comic book style. The campaign seems designed to raise awareness of the importance of national security at a time when confrontation with the United States is rising, and both countries are increasingly worried about the possible theft or transfer of confidential or secret information. The Post describes Zhang as a former employee of a state-owned company who likes to collect military newspapers and periodicals. It says he found 2 bags of these new books at the recycling station and paid 6 yuan for them, about 85 cents for the 4 of them. State security agents rushed to the station after Zhang reported what happened. After an investigation, they found that 2 military employees charged with shredding more than 200 books instead got rid of them by selling them to a recycling center as paper waste for about $2.75. The agent seized the military seized the books, and the military has closed the loopholes in handling of such materials. China's state security bodies and legal systems often make it difficult to tell what is considered a state secret, but this is just something that was kind of floating out there and wanted you to hear about before we kind of close the segment out. So not really the All-Star Award, but kind of something pretty alarming. We'll have more Daily Show for you right after this with Mary Cordes.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today.
Welcome back to our Daily Show. Here's CJ.
9:02. Welcome back. You've been busy.
Been a little busy.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
You know.
Yep. It was a big weekend downtown.
No one saw me.
Yeah.
Brian, trust that's on you. Welcome back. Mary Cortisby on the shelves. There's a lot going on.
There is a lot going on.
Where do we start? I forgot how these segments work.
I know. The last one didn't make it here. So, we just have our new newsletter that came out. So people should be getting it in their mailboxes. They probably have already gotten it. I think last week it came out. So all of our new programs for the summer are in there, all of the programs and services that we're offering. So we're getting ready to gear up for summer.
So when do you start working on these programs? Is it, winter time that these start to be talked about? How does that look?
Usually in the spring, we're working late winter, early spring, we're working on summer, fall. We're usually about 2 newsletters ahead, just trying to get everything programmed. Now the summer reading program we'll finish up, give ourselves a couple of weeks, and then they'll start right back in planning. So it's sort of like just an ongoing program.
How is summer reading turning out?
It's going so well. So we're starting our 3rd week. Actually, we're starting our 4th week, and the kids have finishing up the 3rd week have read over 2,000 books already for the summer.
Whoa.
Yeah, so they're doing so well. We have the staff's been doing such a great job. Sharon and Sam and Teresa and Megan and Rosa, they're doing such a great job. So yeah.
Well, and that's really good to hear too, because you guys really don't have a moment to lay the hair back a little bit and call, because it seems like it's all, you always are helping each other out too, and it's a great team out there.
It is, and we've been busy getting out in the community too. So we've gone to Juneteenth. We've gone.
That's right, you were at Juneteenth.
Yeah, we were at Juneteenth. We were are doing some not St. Peter and Paul. We're doing some Senior Services Plus.
Yeah.
Bingo days, we're showing up there, just kind of promoting our services and programs. We're going to be going to St. Anthony's, or OSF is having an back to school event. We're going to be going out. So pretty much if there's a community event, we're there. So we've been trying to do a lot more outreach too.
Well, and how are you guys able to manage all that too? Because you guys always have your set schedules.
We do.
But when you add outreach, I think that's what folks don't realize is some of the most time-consuming activities,
Yeah, outreach while it's fun, you do have to make sure, everything's, our main priority obviously is making sure that there's coverage at the circulation desks and the referent desk and the children's desk and all of that. And so these are just some peripheral activities that we're able to do. So it's usually me going out, or Sharon going out, or Lacey going out. Somebody, Lauren, we had somebody from our tech services who's a cataloger. She went a couple weeks ago when I couldn't make it to senior services, so she stepped up. So we just kind of all step up and help each other out when we can. So.
I just think it's awesome. And just talking, even though we haven't had you on the show, we've had Tabitha on and talked about the seed library, and Lacey's been on.
Yep.
And it's just really cool to see how so many folks are getting out and about and spreading the Hainer message,
It's really nice too, because we're having groups that are coming to us and asking if we can go, if we can come or if we can partner with them. We were partnering with Jacoby Art Center, partnering with the Sierra Club. We put in a native plant garden in front of the downtown library. So, just kind of, it's really fun getting out there and spreading the word about the services and programs that we offer.
So is there anything big coming down the pipeline?
Yeah, so in the new newsletter, we've got quite a bit of new programming that's coming on, and I know we'll get into
Let's dive in.
more in detail as they come along. But we actually have a really great. So we have a staff member, Pam DeCourcy. Pam writes the most amazing articles for our newsletter, and she has a really great way of writing. And she's written an article on the architecture of Lucas Pfeifenberger in Alton. Gave a little bit of the history of Lucas Pfeifenberger and the different projects that he worked on in town, and how many projects. He was really prolific in what he worked on here. And Pam just has a really great way of writing. And so we have a really fun article. It's a 2-page article in the newsletter about Lucas Pfeifenberger. So I would love for people to check that out. You can go on our website and find the newsletter, or it's been mailed to you and we have copies at the desk. That's a really fun one. But we have our Fine Amnesty program that's coming up. We're trying to do a Fine Amnesty program. We used to just do them twice a year.
Right.
Now we're trying to do one every quarter. And so this one is supplies for summer. So if you have any Hainer Library items that are long overdue, maybe they've even gone to the build status, you can return those to the library, and you can bring a personal hygiene product, deodorant, toothbrush, hand lotion, bottle of shampoo, something like that. you can bring that. We will waive your fine for items that are still checked out to you. We'll waive that fine, 1 item per overdue item. And then we'll donate that to the Crisis Food Center and to the Alton School District.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. So that's going on for the month of July. So we have that happening. Our branching out classes, we're going to be
Are those getting big? Because I know that everyone's filling them up.
They're huge. They're huge. And Beth is doing such a great job with those. They're July 11th and 18th from 10 to 11:30 at the Genealogy Library. This month, we're talking about vital records and how to research vital records from the church. We're calling it from the church to the courthouse. So basically everything in between. So how do you, if you're doing family history or you're doing genealogy, how do you go about finding those records and then interpreting them once you find them?
So that's a good. There was an individual, and I don't want to put it. I'm not going to say the name or anybody,
Sure.
but kind of upset looking for some relatives and some information about maybe some deceased relatives because they had some issues. And
Yeah.
But if you ever need it, go over and check out the genealogy and local
Absolutely.
history department at Hainer, because I'm telling you what, it might not be the direct answers you need, but a good starting point.
It is a good starting point. And, Beth and Pam and Renee and George and Lacey, they've been doing this for so long
Yeah.
that even if we don't have the resource at our library, they can probably direct you to the correct resource.
Yeah.
And it's not just things that we have in our library. We have Ancestry Library Edition that you can use. We have all kinds of city directories, things that could maybe point you in a direction of what you're looking for. So, yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
What are we developing in the community?
Oh, so you're so good at reading upside down. We have the Madison County. It's something new that we're trying. The Madison County Community Development Information Session. We are partnering with with HUD. Well, it's actually the Madison County Community Block Grant Coordinator.
Okay.
They're coming, and we're going to be offering an open house for people to talk about what they would like to see the grant funding, the block grant funding, used for in the county. So if you have a question about, these grants are available, the funding is available, and if you have an idea of what it should be spent on, the community or the county wants to hear your opinions. And so we're offering up space on Tuesday, July 9th at 6 p.m., and people can come, they can hear about the upcoming projects and then give their thoughts and feedbacks on future projects for the Madison County Development Block Grant.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well,
so it's just a way.
You're a town square. I think that's what I love about all your programming, that
Yeah.
there's normally an opportunity throughout the course of the newsletter being out those couple of months that folks can go and talk to the officials of, an Amy Ellick or a Senator Harris, or they can go and be a part of these development meetings, which are important, and you can really get a lot out of them if you do it the right way and, ask appropriate questions and email.
We do. We have some, Senator Erica Harris is going to have some traveling office
so
hours at the
cool.
library, and so not in July, they're taking off, but August and September, so you can come in and talk with somebody from the office, and that's a great way if you have a concern, or maybe there's a state program or state aid or something that you're not sure how to navigate, or if you have a concern about something going on, you can meet with them and talk with them. They're your elected representatives, so why not?
Yeah.
Why not have a place to meet and talk?
Hey, how'd Renee's obituary class go?
Really well. We expected nothing less. So she had a really good. It was a 2-part series, and the Saturday was the last one, and so the second one, and it went really well. So
your summer reading retreat's coming up too?
It is. So that's coming up in July. That's July 19th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. And all of this is on our website too. And this is really fun. We've started doing these every quarter. Kristen, our new manager at Alton Square Mall, she has come up with these reading retreats. And so there's usually a theme. There's a snack, a craft, and then a chance for people to just kind of unwind. You can either meet with other people and talk about different books that you want to read, get book suggestions, trade authors, trade book titles. You can just come and kind of do your own thing somewhere in the library, so you can sit and just, some quiet time to read. If you don't have something that you want to read, we're going to have books out for you to peruse, or you can bring your own. It's just kind of a time to sit and talk about books or to read books. And this quarter, we're going to have a charcuterie and lemonade, and then you can paint a flower pot and talk about books and read, do all that kind of stuff.
That's
it's just
cool.
a chance for people to get together and hang out.
Well, that's just really cool.
Yeah.
And I just love that you guys do the retreats too. And
Yeah.
how many, is that newer? The retreat?
So we started those in the winter. So we've had one in the winter, one in the spring, and this will be our third one. And so they're really well attended. People really like them. It's kind of a fun way to spend a Friday evening. It's all free.
Yeah.
So, just kind of a great way to hang out with other book people. Or if you're an introvert, come and do your own thing. Have a snack, make your craft, and then kind of head to a quiet corner of the library and just read for an hour. You can stay for the whole time. You can stay for a few minutes. Do whatever you want to do.
There's one I'm holding off on because I'm going to tease it
Yeah.
for the break. But the
Yeah.
NGK band is coming?
Yes, they are coming. So they're going to be at the Jacoby Art Center. We're sponsoring it's our adult programs. We've been partnering with Jacoby, and so they're going to be our last program at Jacoby before they head out of their building. So that's going to be Friday, August 2nd. Normally we don't do programs on Fridays, but we decided we wanted to do this one on a Friday night. So this is going to be a really fun way for people to just come. We always have information about the library, so you can learn about all our programs and services, but also just kind of have a good time. And so the NGK band is going to be playing, and my favorite thing about that was he asked how long we wanted him to play, and we said, about an hour. That's how long our programs usually are. And he says, I'm going to put you down for 2 because once we start rocking, we're not stopping. And he said, people are going to want to dance. So we're inviting people to come out to the Jacoby Art Center Friday, August 2nd at 7 o'clock. Maybe have dinner at a local business around
There you go.
Mayflock or DeCaro's, someplace like that. And then walk over to Jacoby, and we'll have that at 7 o'clock.
So I got to ask you, is there any plans on continuing that partnership if a new spot's found?
Yeah. We've had some really great feedback from patrons. We usually have our adult programs. We try to do an adult program once a month, just an entertainment or cultural event for people to come to and enjoy or learn. And so we usually do those in our programming room upstairs at Alton Square Mall. But we thought, we're all about getting out into the community and trying to find new people to come to enjoy the library's programs and services. So we thought, we'll partner with Jacoby. This will be great. And it's been a really great, fun partnership. And, if they end up somewhere else, we're going to try and keep doing that partnership in some way. So
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, before we take a quick break, we're going to be talking about Code Talkers. This is really cool.
Yeah.
And we actually learned of this from the North Alton Godfrey Business Council.
We did.
And this is one you don't want to miss. So let me take my last break of the hour. 10:44 is the time. We'll take a few minutes here. Go get some coffee. Go yell at your kids, whatever you got to do. We'll come back in a couple of minutes with more of Mary Cordes and Hainer Library for Beyond the Shelves on our daily show.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trunked. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. 10:49, a little ELO for you as we're wrapping up this Monday morning. I haven't drank in 2 days. I think it was just Brian that got me. I'm telling you what, Mary, there are going to be a lot of apology cards mailed out in the next couple of weeks. So we were talking about the Illinois Heartland, or the Illinois Library presents.
Mhm.
I always get, is it the Illinois Heartland system?
It's Illinois. It's through a consortium of all the libraries in the area that want to participate in it, which we do. It's Illinois Libraries Presents, and so what these are a consortium of libraries that have come together, and because we've been able to partner with each other, we're able to pool our resources and then bring in big name authors.
Yeah.
And in September, we have probably our biggest one yet, which is Neil Gaiman. And Neil Gaiman has written tons of graphic novels. TV shows are based on his books, and so he's going to be speaking. That'll be September 17th at 7 p.m. and you can watch that from home.
That's
so
really
you can
cool.
You can register and then you can watch it from home. So online.
Well, and the big one though I wanted to talk about was this, and we had a great presentation.
We did
at the North Alton Godfrey Business. I forget what month that was.
Yeah,
Man.
May. It was May.
Oh,
Yeah,
was it?
yeah.
Thank you. And we had Mayor Morrow there talking about the wall and the National Memorial of a Monument of Ascent. Wonderful. But he was talking about code talkers and how they were going to be part of the demonstration. And now fill me in on how you're kind of stumbled, or how you reached out and brought this into the library.
It
in a little
kind
bit
of worked out really well because we were just getting ready to put the newsletter to bed and roll it out for the summer. And we went to the North Alton Godfrey Business Council meeting, saw Mayor Morrow from Grafton, and he was talking about the National Memorial of Military Ascent, and he was talking about the people that would be coming to Grafton in July to model for the statues that they're going to be having there. And he talked about Warren Gohl, and Warren is a maternal descendant of the Comstock Seneca Cayuga tribe of the Little Sandusky River, and he was talking about the role that code talkers played, the Native American code talkers played in World War II, and specifically at D-Day, and it sounded like a really interesting story. And I thought, I think, part of the mission statement of the library is to bring educational and cultural programming to our patrons. And I thought this kind of fits the bill on so many different fronts.
Well, what I think's amazing, just to add on, I mean, it's not just World War II either. I mean, we won the American Revolution. A lot of it, people gave credit, if you look at the history books, to the Native Americans and their strategies that General Washington kind of stole and said, we're going to use them. And we're going to use camo camouflage, and we aren't going to walk out in bright red coats in the middle of a field and say, let's fight.
Exactly, yeah. And so, and the more Mayor Morrow was talking, the more I thought, I think our patrons would really like this.
Yeah.
And so it just worked out so perfectly with the newsletter deadline and the timing that we were scheduling our programs for him being here in July. So on Tuesday, July 23rd at 6:30 p.m. at our Alton Square Mall location, Warren Gohl is going to be coming, and he's going to be talking about the role that the Code Talkers, the Native American Code Talkers, played when on D-Day on June 6th, and then just in general World War II, their role in World War II. But it's a really fascinating history, and kind of a history that we don't really talk about and we don't really know about all that much. And so he's going to be coming and talking about that. And so it's free. It's a free program. We just ask people to call and register, which is 1-800-613-3163. Again, it's on our website. So you can find it on our events calendar. But that's Tuesday, July 23rd at 6:30 p.m. at the Mall Library.
And how long is that going to run?
That will be about an hour. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
well, I mean, this is a really fascinating topic, too, because whenever we were hearing just a little bit of it, it kind of piqued my interest right away.
It really did. And I mean, Mayor Morrow is he's such a colorful storyteller. Yeah. I mean, he really draws
he
you
really
in,
does.
And he'll be there. And so they're going to be just kind of setting the scene of what what it was like, and what the Native American servicemen, how really they helped us on that day immensely.
Well,
so,
I would have never have thought, me, thinking out loud, it's just with technology in World War II, you wouldn't have thought that a code talker would be a way that you would utilize intelligence, but that's just wonderful.
Well, and I really love World War II. I love history in general, and I really love World War II. History, part of it is I had a grandfather who served in World War II, and I just find that era really, really interesting. And I had never heard about the Code Talkers at D-Day, and so I thought, if I read a lot and I know a lot and I didn't know this, it's just going to be a really interesting story for people to hear. So.
Well, and honestly, Mr. Gohl is a pretty impactful man. I'm looking on your website. I mean, he's the National Memorial of Military Ascent Chaplain, currently resides in Guadalajara, Mexico. And I'm looking at some of these, filming in on him.
Yeah. So when I got his biography to put in the newsletter so that people could understand his background and whether, it would help determine whether people wanted to come. Like I said, he's a maternal descendant of the Comstock Seneca tribes of the Little Sandusky River. He serves as a Native American Indian traditional practitioner verified to conduct rites and ceremonies by the United Indians of All Tribes Foundation. He's a chaplain for the Intertribal Warriors Society Honor Guard, the Muckleshoot Indian Tribe in Washington, and he was the 2023 recipient of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King's Jr. Beloved Community Award Community Partnership from the Washington State Department of Social and Health Services. Wow. And he also was in the Army. He served in Vietnam, and he received a Bronze Star Medal.
That's pretty darn cool.
Yeah, he's going to be a really, really interesting program.
Now, I just think this is wonderful. What I think's really cool about this is that we're utilizing a community resource like Hainer to learn more about something that's happening in Grafton, because it gives a backstory to it and really brings that significance to why, number one, they're putting the monument there. It adds kind of to that story too, but also the ins and outs of things we never even thought of.
Exactly. And so it's just another part of our history and like I said, it fits perfectly in with the library's mission statement to bring cultural, educational, and entertainment resources to our patrons. So it kind of fits all three.
How would you have acted the day before D-Day if you were a president of the United States or General Eisenhower?
I've kind of thought about it not from that perspective but just the servicemen.
Yeah.
And, what were they thinking, knowing what was going to happen? And if you ever get a chance to read, there's two pieces of really powerful historical documents. One is Eisenhower's letter to the troops the eve before D-Day. It actually brings me to tears. When you read it, it's just a beautiful piece of writing. But then the more interesting one is the letter that he wrote, or it's not a letter, it was scribbled, handwritten that he wrote about if things didn't go well. You know, he took all responsibility and said these men gave all that they could, and this is completely on me. Fortunately for all of us, he didn't have to to publish that. But yeah, it's incredible.
I was reading a little bit of the Churchill book, and I saw that he was not the biggest fan of the idea going into it. Right?
Yeah,
it just but I just thought about thinking there, how would you act knowing that you're responsible for
the magnitude of what is about to happen and what potentially could happen, and the number of lives that he knew were going to be lost, and what could have happened if it didn't turn out the way that it did. So
and I just think the tie-in too to have Native Americans a part of World War II, especially, I mean, let's be honest, out of all the crap the government of the United States did to Native Americans for 200 years and the Trail of Tears, to still be there to be a patriot and help out in this fight is pretty amazing.
It really is. I mean, it just really reinforces, that we're all in this together, and we all have differences in our past, and this is just another aspect of people stepping up when they were called to serve.
I just love it. I mean, I'm all for this.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really interesting program.
I think it's going to be a sellout one.
Yeah,
I really do.
And honestly, that's one of the reasons why we want people to call and register, because we have two places where we can hold a program. One is in our multi-purpose room, which is where we're having it, which is inside the library. But if we have, the response that we hope that we're going to have, we can always move it upstairs to our larger programming room too. So yeah, that's kind of, we're anticipating a good sized crowd for this, which we should. And if need be, we can just move it upstairs. So yeah.
Well, and going forward, is there anything else in the next 2 minutes that we haven't hit on? What's coming down the pipeline?
We have lots of stuff that are coming up. We've talked about the NGK band. We taled about the Code Talkers.
What's the most recent?
The most recent will be the Madison County Community Development Series.
This is cool.
And then we actually have at our Genealogy and Local History Library on July 10th, and then a repeat on July 13th. Dr. D. Kilgo is coming to talk about George Caleb Bingham and the river paintings. And so she's going to be talking about the Missouri artist George Caleb Bingham and the images that he painted focusing on life on the Missouri and Mississippi rivers and this economic significance of the waterways in our western expansion. And so some of his art is available to view at like the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, but there's some at the St. Louis Art Museum that you can go and see. And so she's going to be talking about that. So that will be in July. Again, that'll be on our website. So we have that coming up too.
I forget I'm talking to you Monday, so I don't really need to cram it all. Well, I'm excited to learn literally more about this Code Talkers next week, and I'll have to see if we can get Warren in for a preview or something.
That would be fantastic.
To kind of promote
yes, because
it.
I've been talking with Mayor Morrow, and so that would be
it'd be
really
a really
interesting.
cool way to promote everything.
Yeah, I would love that.
Stay tuned. We'll take care of it here at RiverBender.com. We're out of time today. I'll see you live at 9 tomorrow, which is Tuesday, the 25th of June. We're almost into July.
Yep. I know, isn't it crazy?
We're getting there.
Oh my gosh. It feels like it,
It
too.
does.
It's hot.
So on that note, stay cool today and just try your best to stay out of jail.
Always